Drop it.
Yeah. Those Eagles, y'all. Phillies. Yeah. 76ers. Take 215. About to go live. We elite boy street Philly on the rise. Wise guys, no surprise. Haters will despise. We debate every take. Hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Take 215.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
My name is Deja. This is my dad, Ryan. Thank y'all for tuning back in.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you follow us on all social media. Make sure you hit the and subscribe button. And yeah, follow us wherever you get your podcast. Follow us wherever you get your podcast.
Yes. On all platforms.
Yeah. Okay. How you doing?
Well,
Wait a second. What you about to say? You got to let me, if I'm the moderator or not.
You the moderator, but I got some stuff I got to get on my chest.
Well, I asked you, how was your week? No, we're not talking about no games yet.
Oh, well.
You got to learn some structure.
Well, the week was good.
Yeah.
But, I just was going through my little phases.
Okay.
Throughout the week.
All right. How was school?
I got teased every day. What happened to the Eagles? What happened to the Eagles?
Yeah.
Everybody teasing me.
Yeah.
So I had to go do that.
That's why you don't tell too many people.
No, you can't celebrate in public. I learned that.
No.
So you have to celebrate in private.
No. Everybody thought we was ducking the smoke. We wasn't ducking the smoke.
No.
Let me give y'all a little backstory on this. I work 40 hours a week. He worked 40 hours a week, I guess.
Yes.
Or something like that, right?
40? Good grief. I work 8 hours.
And our producer also has a real job. This is for play. So sometimes we can't get up here when we want to get up here. And I know y'all might be like, how convenient. But it really wasn't.
Yeah.
It really wasn't like that. Like, we played on Monday night. Normally we like to film on Mondays.
Right.
But we couldn't film on Monday because we played on Monday. And then I don't know what happened to why Sean couldn't film on Tuesday.
I don't know.
But this is a produced entity.
Yeah,
so it's not like we just pick up our phones.
It's a trifecta.
Like it's not. I'm gonna show y'all. Like, it's not like that. So that is why today is Friday. And this is the first day we could get to it.
And I heard Willie was like, yo, I just got off the phone with Willie. Willie was like, I ain't heard from y'all since we lost. I was like, we not ducking the smoke.
We not.
Even though I wish I could have had some batteries to throw, because I could have thrown some batteries.
Yeah, but we not. This is we like to do this. Of course, this is our I don't know what it is, but
this is our thing. It's a
unfortunately
thing.
I go to a real job that's not very fun. So
it's not.
Hell no, I'm sorry, no.
Mine is.
Well, good for you. You blessed.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. Maybe that's life with Dave. Life with Dykes. That's another.
That's why. But we don't have a set day that we film. We tried to film on Mondays.
But you can't quit. You just bought a house now.
Did I buy a house?
Yeah, you can't quit.
Well, I didn't buy it. But
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I could quit. The millennials, my generation.
Y'all quit.
Oh, we quit bad.
They quit. You ain't even gotta have a job waiting. Y'all gonna quit.
No. And let me tell you something. You piss me off at work, I'm getting on Indeed on my phone. I'm applying. No, but as soon as my job picks me off a little bit, I get on Indeed and LinkedIn.
Well, I am all about protecting my peace. So,
right. So we quit around in this generation.
All right, lying. You and your brother, y'all just a quit.
Because
y'all got kids, everything. Y'all just
not no y'all.
Oh, okay, but
don't put that on me. Y'all's generation, like. If I tell you and mom, I quit and I ain't got nothing lined up, y'all about to have a stroke. Yeah, but that's not how we do around here, partner. Because somebody gonna hire me.
I'll be like, Dad, gonna have to pull out couch.
No. Because let me tell you something. Millennials will quit a job.
Y'all quit. Not too much on that.
He just learned that, y'all.
Not too much on that.
He just learned not too much.
Not too much on that.
But anyway, that's where we've been.
Yeah.
We ain't been being weird or being strange.
Yeah.
But
then I learned I had to, seek counsel about this loss. And then I learned.
Hey, you told me you weren't that upset.
I know, but that's what I told you. But I learned I can't control nothing outside my bubble. So that D line is outside my bubble. Mm-hmm. I can't control them. So I have to control those things inside my bubble, and then that's where I can be peaceful.
I just, anyway, so let's go ahead and get into the game.
Yeah, let's go. Not too much on my therapy. Not too much on that.
Now, how many times you gonna say that? How many times you gonna say that? All right, let me get this put up. All right, so Eagles dropped to the Falcons 22-21. Yes. Was our home opener, Monday Night Football. We were without A.J. Brown, of course.
Without A.J., boy.
Jalen was 23 of 30 for 183 yards, 1 touchdown. He did have an interception, but it was at the last play of the game, kind of Hail Mary situation. And Saquon Barkley had a pretty good game, 22 carries, 95 yards, except for the drop. But anyway.
Yeah, except for the drop.
Devontae Smith I had seven receptions for 76 yards and 1 touchdown. He also had a drop, but it is what it is. And I'm gonna start by saying that obviously we should have won,
right,
with or without AJ Brown. But the Falcons needed this a lot more. They could not go to 0-2. They just paid. Kirk Cousins is a generational scammer, and they just gave him that money.
Right.
And the Saints are looking good. The Tampa Bay is looking good. So Atlanta could not afford to go 0-2.
And then still, and their division is too tough. They ain't gonna.
I don't think they're gonna make it out anyway. It's gonna be New Orleans or Tampa Bay.
Right, they're not going to playoffs anyway. You think so?
Maybe they can sneak in as a wild card depending on
with the Saints and
just because I don't even know what's gonna happen with San Fran. This is taking a little bit of a pivot, but the league is so banged up very, very early. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah,
because Hollywood Brown now. I mean, that's some girl.
I call everybody girl. That's universal.
That's on the other side.
That's AFC.
I mean Christian McCaffrey.
Debo Samuel, George Kittle, and Brandon Ayuk got his money out. He forgot how to play the game. So it's just a lot of things.
Kittle's hurt too?
Yeah, Kittle not playing this week either. And my fantasy is taking an extreme hit. It's a bad time for fantasy football. It's a bad time for gambling. So just say a prayer for all of us out there.
Yeah. That's up on y'all.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the game.
Back to
Kirk
the lab.
Cousins was 20 of 29 for 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson had a good game, 14 carries for 97 yards. I don't know nothing about their receivers, so I ain't even gonna talk about that.
Right.
Thoughts, takeaways. Start on the offense because
on offense. I'm gonna give them some slack. Far as because AJ Brown wasn't there,
and he's a big part.
He's a top 5 wide receiver, and so
top 3 in my book.
Okay, and so when Devontae is there, he's the number 1. They double him, and Devontae they can jam him because he about $130, so he can't get off the line.
AJ is a specimen. You can't. It's hard.
You can't stop him. Yeah. So they doubled up on him. So, but he still had a decent game for him to be the number 1.
And shout out Britton Covey. I was happy for Britton Covey.
Yeah, he got some playing time.
He was having a game of his life. Lots of little bubble screens for him, but he was, he's very fast. And then Jahan Dotson got some touches. So I think overall, I'm not too. My issue wasn't that much with the offense.
Not me either.
There was one drive where I was like, "Oh, is Brian Johnson calling the plays again?"
Right.
But other than that, I know how much attention Arthur Juan gets
when he's not in there,
right?
And then they also can bring extra man up on the block for the run too, because they ain't got a double AJ.
Yes. But shout out Jalen because Jalen, I liked what I saw from Jalen as far as getting back to running the ball.
Right.
He ran. Let me.
Yeah. He's starting to run it again, so his knees looks better.
Yeah. So he rushed for how many yards? No, he had 55 at least in 1 quarter. He rushed for 85 yards.
Wow.
So I was happy to see that.
I'm glad he's getting back to that.
Yeah, I was happy to see that.
Forget the pocket. Run.
Yeah.
And Forrest, run.
I'm not down on the offense. I never really was because
I'm not really down on offense because I know AJ there is a whole different complexion.
And I know what it can be, and I still wasn't really like that. There wasn't anything that glaring from the offense, without AJ. I still thought we should have won.
Without AJ.
We had enough to win. But that's just that. And then we'll move on to the defense. Obviously, my biggest issue.
Oof.
Yeah. I
oh God.
I wasn't really sold or very high on the defense after week 1 anyway, because they still gave up almost 500 yards in week 1.
Right.
They did what they needed. But, when they needed to make a stop, they needed to make a stop.
They did.
So much like Monday night when they were holding Kirk out of the end zone, when it came down to when Saquon dropped that pass, and then I was like, okay, they get the ball back, but I don't really imagine them scoring because of how the game went.
I did not picture them scoring, man. I was man.
I wasn't shocked when they got down there in the fashion that they did because they were doing that all game, but they were getting stopped, in the red zone.
And that 4-3, man.
Yeah.
It's just not getting no pressure, man.
It's not. And Slay, yeah, but he gave up that touchdown pass. Like you can see it. He did I don't know if the receiver did a double move or what, but Slay kind of took his head inside a little bit and then it was over.
And CJ DJ, he just be yeah,
he doesn't. I don't like the way he tackles Chauncey. I don't like the way Chauncey tackles. He likes to just run and bowl people over instead of wrapping up. Like he won't,
Bless his heart.
But however, I forgave him for the smoked tackle
in
again.
Green Bay.
And no, he did one in Atlanta against Atlanta too because he stopped that 4th and 1.
Right.
So it comes with it. But I feel bad for DBs because they do get a lot of. You got to have a short-term memory in that position.
And then when you're not getting no pressure up front, how long can you hold somebody? I mean, I can get open.
Yeah.
I can get the dead like on Friday, and I can get open. You know what I'm saying? So
it's tough.
How long you can? Yeah. So it's
Bryce Huff didn't get much playing time last week and this week, and Vic Fangio said you got to produce, and so he's like Brandon Graham was getting more snaps than Bryce Huff, and they were asking him, was this some sort of like farewell tour? He's like, no. He's like, that's not what we're doing. BG is still a great player, and he's still getting so he's playing better than Bryce Huff essentially. So,
but let me tell you this though, I love BG, but he's still not getting. He's a little long in the tooth.
I don't know what that means.
That means he's a little older. He still don't have that burst to get to the quarterback.
Well,
like
no,
he
is 100, but it's like it's also the scheme is not Vic Fangio does not really believe in blitzing, and I knew that's when he got there, and that's why when I think you and other people were upset that we let Hassan go, I was like.
He didn't fit the scheme.
He didn't. That's so it's like why pay him all this money and that's really not what Vic buys. Yeah,
because Hassan comes off the edge. He don't fit because he can't hardly put his hand in the dirt.
Yeah, So it is what it is. But I never got. It's one game. Let me take a page out of Jalen's book. I didn't get too high or too low on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we should have won that game. I think everybody thinks we should have won that game. I think we can give a little bit of grace to the offense because they were without their number one receiver.
Yes.
And then also, I think that if we kicked some play calling, maybe if we kick the field goal, we win the game.
So taking points off the board, that was something. But like you said, that's just what we do.
That's who we are. So it's like you can't even.
That's our identity.
That.
Yeah.
And then maybe run the ball instead of throw it to Saquon on that third down play where he dropped the ball. But I mean, you shouldn't have called the ball. But
yeah.
So anyway, I'm not too. And here was what my philosophy. We've gone 9-0, 10-0 our last 2 seasons, and what has that gotten us?
Nothing.
So it didn't really we dropped the game earlier than we have in the past few years.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. We 1-1.
We 1-1. So was everybody else aside from the Giants in the East. So we got the Saints next. I don't know what the hell the Saints on and what they're gonna. What they got going on down there in New Orleans.
They was on that syrup. How they was playing.
Yeah. So we got them next. I don't know where. Let me see where we played them at.
At Saints.
At New Orleans. Maybe they come back down to reality, or maybe this is who they are this season. We about to find out.
Sean thinks we're gonna. He said we'll beat them.
You think they come back to reality?
Sean said that's what he said. He said David Carr.
Derek. David is his brother.
Derek. Yeah, I don't like David. He talks junk about the Eagles. But Sean said he's going to come back down to reality this week.
We'll see. I think this is going to be a big test for the Saints more than us. Like, yeah, we need to win.
Right.
But if the Saints are really they looking like they are the past 2, they beat us. And I don't know if it is true or if it ain't true, but from the butt whooping they put on Dallas, which we can kind of pivot to that. The game that what they put
they scored more points in 91 points in 2 games, most scored in how many years? That's been the most scored in some years.
Yeah, so they really been cooking. They went to Dallas and beat Dallas 44-19.
Beat them down, beat you down.
Yes, and maybe this was karma because the way I ate that up, the way I was so giddy when they lost.
Yeah, and look at what happened to us.
And I tried not to feed into it too much because I was like, we still got to play our game.
I kept watching the highlights over and over again too. They lose it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough of it.
But I still said it. They still lost. So if we lose it, it doesn't hurt as much. So
I know.
But anyway, Derek Carr was He only threw the ball 16 times. He only completed 11 passes. He was 11 of 16 for 243 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick.
About 2 bombs, 280 yards.
Yeah. And then Dakota was 27 of 39 for 293 yards, 1 tutty, 2 picks. But the biggest difference in the game was how they could not stop Alvin Kamara. He had 4 touchdowns. He had 20 carries for 115 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving. And then Rashid Shaheed was their leading Rashid Shaheed. Why would they name him Rashid if they knew that was going to be his last name?
Rashid
is that Muslim?
Shaheed. Yeah, it is.
Shaheed?
Yeah. That means witness in Arabic.
Witness?
Yeah.
What are you witnessing?
Shaheed. That means
the
witness.
last name Shaheed?
No, Shaheed means witness in Arabic.
What Rashid mean?
I don't know what Rashid means, but Shaheed means witness in Arabic.
So 4 receptions, 96 yards, 1 tutty. That was they just had a day in Dallas. So what do you think was the most shocking loss? The Dallas loss or our loss? Don't be objective.
It was a Dallas loss.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it was shocking that we lost. But we were 6-point favorites. But it was shocking that Dallas just got blew out like that.
And I think a lot of people will say we did not have AJ Brown. So I think we were like 6-point favorites, but it had dropped by the time.
5.
It had dropped
5 without AJ.
Yeah, without AJ. Yeah, we still should have won, but we lost we kind of blew that game at the very end.
Yeah.
Whereas Dallas never stood a freaking chance in this game. Like you could just tell from the
and they were favorite and got blew out. So
44-19. So it's just like they picked up where they left off last year with the home games.
Yeah.
So maybe home is going to be their kryptonite this year. Gerald Wayne was up there doing what he do.
Yeah, doing what he do.
Yeah, and he still said that. I'm not reading too much into our loss, and I'm trying not to read too much into this loss. But I do feel like this was bad though. They could not, like, if you watch the game, they couldn't stop stop a runny nose.
I watched it, and it was So our division, we still tied for first at the division. So
it's us, Washington, and
So it's a 3-way tie right now. So it's still early in the game, and I'm not too. And I think the next 5 games, it looks like our schedule is more favorable than Dallas in the next 5 games.
Yes, Dallas plays Lamar Jackson and co next week.
San Fran, and then they got
We have the easier right now. We got the easier
and
this is good maybe because if AJ doesn't play for the next few games, maybe we can at least,
I think the Saints going to be a task.
Yeah, after that it'll ease out a little bit. I was telling Sean,
it eases up after that a little bit.
So whatever happens.
Even if we do go 1-2, after that we still should string a few wins together.
Yeah, we'll see. I do think the Saints. I kind of see what he's saying. I just don't believe it. Even though they beat Dallas the way that they did, I just still don't believe that they are as good as they.
Only reason why I see what you're saying, but I just not
us in general. I'm talking about the Saints in general,
right.
Not them playing us.
Right, but going in with just not playing without AJ. Period is a cause.
Well, yeah,
for
if they beat us, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm just talking about, do we believe that the Saints are who they put on paper the past 2 weeks?
I can't say yet. If they blow us out, I'll say yeah.
I don't know.
You don't think so, Joe?
Yeah, I don't think if they beat us, I don't think they'll beat us in the fashion that they beat the Cowboys in. Because think about it, Dallas didn't have a good game offensively last week, but we overlooked it because
it was Cleveland.
Yeah, but their defense, their defense played good, but they played good against, they were down two offensive linemen. Cleveland was.
And when they play behind Dallas,
they're front runners.
Dallas is a good defense when they got a blitz.
They front runners.
And so it was a wrap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so Micah can do his thing.
He just looked so defeated, and they call him Podcast Parsons, and he didn't got up because I don't think you should have no podcast in the middle of the season if you Micah Parsons. Like Jason and Travis do it, but they are very old in football years. Like they on that Jason was on the end of his career. Travis Kelce does not. Travis Kelce is not good no more. It's time for him to hang it up. Love him down, but it's time for him to hang it up. I think Joe got him on a fantasy team. He giving N-words 2 and 3 points.
But he was falling off a little bit last year.
Yeah, he's old. He's old. He's like in football years, he's old.
You're right.
He older than Joe. Joe and Juwan age or older than them in football years, and that's not good.
Right.
So anyway, but they had their podcast, but they're established. They're both at the end of their careers. On the way out. Yes. What other player has a podcast mid-season?
No one else.
I don't think anybody.
No one else.
And Podcast Parsons, like I understand that's what he want to do when he gets out of, but he has so much playing time ahead of him. So had he started like a podcast a little bit later in his career, I'll understand it. But like you just got smoked like that, and then you gonna set up all your equipment and get in front of it.
Right.
I mean, he took accountability, but I just don't think Dallas is they not wanting to hear that. So
right. And some of the players are they frown upon it.
Yeah, I just don't think the podcast, it doesn't look good. I know a lot of Cowboys fans don't like it or whatever. So
maybe if it was off season.
Yeah. Shout out Micah though. He from PA.
Yeah, he from PA. Penn State, Nittany Lion.
So I just don't know. Dallas, like I said, their defense is they have to play with the lead. They go up to the pass. Their whole mentality is like where I will say the Eagles and Dallas is super different as far as the caliber players in the mindset is like when we're down. I feel confident that we can come back
a little bit.
And we've done it before.
But when Dallas down, it's a wrap.
It's over. You can see it in their face. Like you can see it's just over.
Their run game was non-existent.
No, because Ezekiel Elliott is 100 years old.
And Dalvin Cook didn't even play.
And don't wear crop tops no more, huh?
Dalvin Cook didn't even play.
He on the practice squad still, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. They going with Rico Dowdle and
Rico Suave
and the other boy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think Dallas's loss was a little bit more shocking. I think ours was more upsetting in the fashion that it was. But honestly, something about it just felt like Atlanta was going to win the whole time. Even when we got up, they just like
I just had that feeling. Yeah. I don't know why I had that feeling. I had that feeling before the game.
Yeah, but. Anyhow,
now
everybody in the NFC is NFC East is they're all 1-1
1-1.
Yeah, besides the Giants.
And, you know what I mean? So we all tied. It ain't no biggie. We still tied for first.
Yeah,
and we going from there. And just the second game of the season, we got some games to go. So
and like I said, I try not to really read in too much of like. Because it's all about what the schedule ends up being. Like we started off
10-0 when you drop last
year. Right, like so and then all we hear about, they started off 10-0, but you don't hear like if we drop a few in the beginning of the season and then go on a run at the end of the season, that's what's most important.
Right.
Like I'm not
and
so
how you start is how you finish.
Yeah, I'm not so
so I'm not
pressed about starting that way anymore. It's fun, but I'm not, that concerned. Yeah. So we wasn't just ducking no smoke, folks.
Yeah, so we're back and better than ever.
Right. Anyhow.
Anyhow.
So, you see your boy, Sean Diddy Combs, federal brand indictment.
How do you buy 1,000 cases of bottles of baby oil?
Johnson & Johnson hate to see him coming.
Good grief. There was some slippery people up in that hotel, wasn't it?
No.
Good grief.
1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant in one home.
Oh my God!
Yeah, for his.
And then he got AKs with the serial number scraped off.
Yeah, he's like.
He was thugging.
So you think they kind of it's kind of similar to the Jerry Epstein stuff. You think if
and he said he dropping names.
You think he dropped names? Well, if the people like some of his right hand and left hand men were smart, they would flip on him because a lot of those people, a lot of the girls that he that took out lawsuits on him are going to testify. So if I were somebody that was close involved in all that, I would be like, I'll tell you everything I know. I'm taking a deal.
But this is what I can't understand. When they raided the house the first time, when ATF ran up in there, Homeland Security, they found guns and stuff before, and so now. I'm not saying I've been in that situation before, but when you already got about to go to court for something, and you still got doing illegal stuff, and knowing they could be coming at you, you still got illegal guns in your house.
Well, he has so many homes, so I know the initial raid was Miami and the Miami home and the New York home. So basically, a lot of what they put in the indictment is what they found in the home. It just took a while to
right.
Yeah,
but then they found some more guns.
Really?
In his last raid.
He got raided multiple times?
No, when they picked him up this last time, they found more guns.
Oh, okay.
And I just think...
John Combs.
And that man telling all the charges, and yes, we found stuff that they was doing in the freak off. And he was just so serious when he said freak off. It was 1,000 bottles of baby oil. This was evidence that he used this on the freak off. I'm like, how you gonna saying it? It just seems so weird.
It's the fact that all these people like.
And what's a freak off?
Yeah, so he had people. He would get
freak off.
That he's a nasty old man.
But who named that?
Him, a freaky nasty pervert. He was having he was flying girls in.
So that's trafficking.
Young girls, yeah, because some of them are underage, some of them were of age.
So once they go across the state line, that's trafficking.
Well, it's not even. That's something different. The sex trafficking is if I bring you here and I pay you for whatever you about to do for me. That's sex trafficking.
Why is that? I thought kidnapping was sex. Well, how can that be sex trafficking?
Or if I bring you here from wherever you get on this plane to come to me and then you do what I asked you to do, then I pay you and you leave, or I force you to do it? Of course, it's the force. Yeah,
sex trafficking is right. That's what I thought.
So the Cassie stuff was sex trafficking, even though it was his girlfriend. He was making her do that, and with other people. So it's not sex trafficking if he was forcing her to have sex with him. That's rape. But the sex trafficking is that he would bring in male prostitutes and make Cassie do things with them and sit back and watch it and record it, and that is the sex trafficking part because he's forcing her to do it. Again, so against her will with other people,
and named it a freak off.
Yeah, so he would have all these drugs, and then he would get doctors to come in and IV the girls up, and then send them on their way.
And so, the white guy that they caught, he was like his runner, his mule. They call it a mule.
A mule, yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna go down.
He might not never see the light of day again.
He gonna kill himself. If
they denied him bail. He's on suicide watch right now.
He's a flight risk. Yeah, because it's such a different. People like that happen to. They put on.
And 8x10s are small, y'all. Who y'all that don't know, they are small. And the toilet in the corner. And the toilet ain't got no seat on it. It's
I wonder what type of conditions
he.
And they said he could be in there playing pickleball, but I don't believe that.
They got him on suicide watch, so they probably got him in 8x10. I don't know.
What you about to say? They got him in a selective population. It's not a bunch of folks there.
Right, but what I'm saying, I wonder is he in the 8x10?
I don't think so. I think he still got
a nice space.
A nice little space.
Boy, he better not go to G-Pop.
He ain't gonna go to G-Pop. Camille go watch this and be like, what you?
G-Pop talk about G-Pop.
He better not go to G-Pop. Why he not better?
Camille
general population, Camille.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he go to Gin Pop, maybe we'll call it Gin Pop.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him go to Gin Pop.
I don't know.
They know they ain't
because if he goes to the feds, he will have to.
But the federal jail ain't gonna be as. Is it as rough?
What? It's some of them could be.
Was Rikers a federal prison?
Yeah, because Leavenworth with Fort Leavenworth, that's feds, and it's rough.
You was in there?
No, I've seen the movies and stories about it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna kill himself. I think he's gonna hang himself by sheets. Okay, that was dark. I'm gonna cut
that out. But he might not never get out again.
He's never gonna get out again, but he ain't gonna serve that time. He gonna kill himself, and then we gonna be talking about it. It's gonna be movies. It's gonna be Netflix documentaries, and that's that. But he's a nasty man. He's a dirty man, and I think he's worse than Robert Kelly. That we had a debate about that. I think he's worse than R. Kelly.
But when is enough? I mean, how
much freaking you gotta do? Dirty, nasty, grimy man. And I feel so bad for his twins, the ones with Kim Porter. And
then Al B. Sure's son is in there.
Al B. Sure better go back to his regular daddy.
Yeah. Al B. Sure. You gotta get off on your own.
But yeah, so 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I couldn't believe that. And they had him lined all up. They didn't have no labels on them.
He probably kept Johnson & Johnson in business. Johnson & Johnson said, take our label off of that. We ain't
he
got
had
nothing to do with
stock in baby oil. Slippery.
Yeah, freak offs. So
and he named them freak offs.
He's a bad man. He's scary looking too.
Wow.
So I'm praying to them kids. Take that.
Take that. Bad boy, baby.
I'm praying for them children.
Sons.
Not really the sons.
Because
Christian keep hollering how his dad innocent in this time, because they said that the Christian and Justin was bringing some girls in. Because let me listen to me real quick. As a 19, 20-year-old, P. Diddy is not doing nothing for me, but his sons are very good looking. Mm-hmm. So they think that some of the younger women were brought in via his sons.
Wow.
And Justin is 30, so he know better. Christian is younger, the one that looked just like him. I seen something on Facebook that said, lock that son up that looked just like him too, just in case.
Yeah.
He looked just like him.
Sure do.
It's scary.
He looked just like
the
him.
manner, like he looked just like him.
Yeah.
Sean John Combs. Well,
Sean John.
You can't, and this is what I'm gonna leave it out with. Eventually, the universe and karma will catch up to you. You cannot do people wrong forever and think you're gonna get away with it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have. Your day, you will face judgment day. Whether I don't know what type of greater power you believe in, whether it's the judge in the courthouse, you cannot constantly forever do wrong to people and think that you will never have your day in court or in front of somebody of a higher power, because it will happen. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care who you are.
You got to treat people good.
Yes, and I think that is the most disappointing part about all this, is because somebody like him in this position of power could just do so much good.
Yeah.
But instead, this is how you are.
And it started off by him ripping off his artists in the beginning.
Yeah, all of his artists are dead and broke.
Except for the Locks.
Dead or broke. Is he broke?
LOX ain't broke.
They ain't what they probably could have been.
Right.
So it's just he was just doing people wrong from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I just ultimately that will catch up to you. Like if you gotta, karma is a real thing.
Yeah.
So, and that is my TED Talk.
That's it.
You know what a TED Talk is?
Yeah.
Wallow, y'all watch him in school, don't you?
Wallow was on TED Talk. Had a TED Talk.
Who is that?
You know Wallow, 267 from Philly. He got it.
Oh, Gilly and them?
Yeah, Gilly and them.
Why he had a TED Talk?
I don't know.
I need to go watch that.
Yeah. Check it out.
Anyway, you got any?
No, I don't have to party shots. Well, shout out to all the Eagle Nation and the Take 215 subscribers. Shout out to y'all guys, and hopefully we can get a win next week.
Yeah,
and we'll come back.
We're gonna get some
shorts
shorts soon, I think.
Yeah. We'll get some shorts out.
And also, we are thinking for our year anniversary will be at sometime in October, so we're hoping we can do some
going live.
Do some live shows for y'all.
And
giveaways.
Yeah, we're gonna bring some more guests on too.
Yeah, you love guests.
Yeah.
He hated just me. He hate just me.
No, I do. You know I love you and your mama.
Well,
yes.
You got any shout? Oh, you did your shout outs?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Well,
all right, guys.
Wait, next time y'all see me, I'll be 29.
She'll be 29.
That's crazy. I'm still just a baby girl.
29. You still my baby girl.
I'm just 16.
You still my baby girl.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment what y'all maybe want to see from us next. Some other content you might want us to talk about. We're open and receptive to criticism.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Take 215.
Yeah.
My name is Deja. This is my dad, Ryan. And we will see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.